Are you looking for a remote job that can earn you up to $5,000 a month? Well, I hope so, because today I'm uncovering the hidden gem of remote work, a virtual assistant. What we'll discuss today is essential skills that you'll need, the websites where you can find clients, and how to scale your income. So stay locked in because I'm covering all the details in a moment. So, what is a virtual assistant? A virtual assistant is an individual who provides administrative or creative support to businesses and entrepreneurs. So, a lot of entrepreneurs who are trying to build their business off the ground, startup companies, someone who is literally in the grind, in the hustle of building up their business. They need somebody to help them with managing their calendar, managing their emails. They need someone who's organized because they're focused on the bottom line. They're trying to start their business, build it from the ground up. They're trying to meet clients, build relationships. And so they need someone who can handle all of their administrative tasks and help them grow their business essentially. So they really lean on having someone who is virtual because a lot of them are working from their home. They're working from home as well, but they need somebody who can handle those things so they can focus on building up their business. Some additional tasks that these entrepreneurs may need with a virtual assistant is to help build their online presence with social media. And we all know social media is such a big reach right now, especially for businesses, because so many people utilize it. So they may need help with you creating content and posting regularly on their social media platforms. So TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, even LinkedIn. They want to make sure that their business and their brand is out there because they need to build momentum and they need to acquire more clients. How are virtual assistants earning up to $5,000 a month? There are a few ways, and the first being a freelancer. As a freelance virtual assistant, you would be able to set your own prices and make sure that your rates are competitive. You can set them from anywhere from $30 an hour up to $50 an hour. The next option would be to offer premium services. So you can offer something outside of the normal scope, like email marketing or even project management, because as these business owners and these startup companies, they're in the grind of it, okay? And so they need you and they need a lot of help. You can use that to your advantage and offer these services additionally, but for a better price. And then the last option is to work with multiple clients. Now, a lot of virtual assistants, they'll start with something or they'll get hired for something specifically, and then they'll offer premium services for their expertise. The essential skills to be a virtual assistant include communication, organization, multitasking, and being familiar with different platforms. And we'll dive into each in a second. Number one is communication. Communication is really important as a virtual assistant because you're not in the office. You're not next to your client. You're not in the same room as your client. Everything is done virtually. So your client needs to trust that you're able to handle communications and even communicate in a professional manner. So this includes being polite in your emails, being professional in your emails, being clear and concise. And even if you have to be on the phone, if you have to make a phone call, or even if you have to talk with your client, communication is really important, and that has to be a strong characteristic of yours. The next skill is organization and multitasking. I'm going to group those two together because they are important for this type of role. These entrepreneurs, they are in the grind. They're in the hustle, as I said before, and they're really just trying to build up their business. And so a lot of times they need you to come in and organize their life. They do. They're usually running this business by themselves, or they may have like a spouse or a partner, but still, they are out in the market. They're building relationships. They're wanting more clients. They need more people so they can make revenue. So they need you to come in and be able to organize everything that they have going on. So something that's really strong that you can bring as a virtual assistant is have systems in place that you can implement and that your client can adopt to help them stay organized. Now we'll talk about multitasking, which is really important because these business owners, sometimes they know what they want, but they don't know when to say go, when to stop. So they may tell you one thing and they switch to another thing, or you might be working on one thing and they'll ask you to work on something else. So being able to toggle and being able to work on multiple things at once is really important as well. And if you're like me and a mama, we do know that multitasking is something that we're great at, right? We're able to handle life with our children, our family, schedules, vacations, sports, school, lunches, all of those things. That's multitasking. And if you have that, bring it as a highlight of your skill set, okay? And then finally, we want to talk about the type of databases or what type of tools that are important. You should be familiar with things like Microsoft Office, Google, Google Workspace, Google Sheets, and there's also Slack. So these are some of the databases that a business owner and an entrepreneur may adapt to and may adopt for their business. And the expectation is for you to either have great experience with it or eager and quick to learn those systems. Now, where can you find jobs for virtual assistant? Anyone can Google virtual assistant remote jobs, and so many platforms or maybe businesses will come up. But the two that I'm very familiar with and I've heard great reviews, and I even know someone personally, would be Boldly and M.O.D assistants. And I briefly talked about two of these in a previous video, but I wanted to expand on both of them and give you a little comparison and the variety to help you make a more informed decision. Now, Boldly, what I really love about them is they are a big company. They're a woman-owned business. Shout out to us women, superpower. And they are hiring individuals who want to help their clients virtually. And what's really great about this one is if you are a mother or a parent or someone who's looking for stability, for benefits, Boldly is the move because you would be considered a W-2 employee and you have benefits, okay? They're giving PTO, vacation. You have what you would need if you were going to like some really big company. You do have that flexibility and then you do have those benefits. And I think that is great because some people need that. Now, M.O.D assistants, they're the opposite. They still offer the flexibility, but this is more of a contract position. So it's a 1099, and what that means is they do not take any taxes out of your pay. So you get paid straight up, but you're responsible for filing taxes on your own at the end of the year. They don't offer benefits. They don't have any of those perks for working with them outside of just being a really great company. So I say those two to help you distinguish what type of role works for you, what type of company works for you, what do you need for your family, what works for your family life. Now, Boldly, they do offer part-time and full-time. And here are some of the things that they expect from you. You would be maintaining appointment schedules and calendars, planning and scheduling meetings, conferences, and travel, making travel arrangements. You're supporting an executive. And so these are people from Fortune 500 companies, non-for-profits, or senior level executives. And so a lot of your day-to-day would be supporting someone in this position. Now, if you want to be a contractor, a 1099 employee, then M.O.D assistance is the direction that you should go. And some of the skills or some of the tasks that you would be handling are email management, client communication, calendar management. You will do some research, invoices, some expenses, a lot of data entry, a lot of organizing, a lot of really sorting things out with your clients to help them understand what the need is of the business, as well as so they can focus on building their business while you focus on organizing and essentially managing the day-to-day aspect of their business. Here are some tips on being a successful virtual assistant. Number one is setting up a dedicated workspace. I know a lot of people who work from home and they work on their couch or they work in their bed. And for me, that is not it, okay? Set up a dedicated workspace because you're a professional. Get you a desk, computer, get you a printer, decorate it, feel good in that space because it's dedication. It's what you're doing for your family, it's what you're doing for you. And so you want to have space that you go to every single day or whichever hours that you choose. The next thing I feel to be successful in a virtual assistant role is to set up a routine. Now, a lot of virtual assistants, they make their own hours and they determine when they work. But if you set up a routine, you really increase your productivity and it sets a stage and expectation for your client. So if they know that, okay, he or she works in the morning, I'm going to send everything in the morning. Or they don't log in until after 2 p.m. I need to have all my ducks in a row and I'm going to send it for tasks to be done after 2 p.m. Setting that cadence gives you more success and trust with your client. Other ways is pitching your services to business owners and to startup companies on your own. You can utilize LinkedIn, you can go out in the community and network, and you can also post your jobs on Upwork or Fiverr. Then you want to upsell your skills. So begin with one client, set that relationship, set that tone, and then eventually you can expand and you can land another client or hire another client. And if you do your work really well, a lot of these startup companies, startup business owners, they have buddies in the community who are just like them that are also needing a virtual assistant. And so you get to build your portfolio by word of mouth and by referrals. And that is great. I'm Hustle High. I hope you gained some valuable insights on how, as a virtual assistant, you can earn up to $5,000 a month. And the best part, working from home. And if this sounds like the perfect hustle for you, hit like and subscribe for more work from home tips and more work from home positions. And as always, let me know in the comments if you're ready to give virtual assistant work a try. So keep hustling for the life and freedom that you deserve. Until next time.